Hey guys, welcome back to our Heartspiring series. Today I'm going to work on getting some Panzer divisions out here. I played off screen for a little bit and I actually have 10 recruiting. But I would also like to get, as you can see, we have 10 Panzer divisions recruiting. But that is without the medium tank. Today I would like to build the medium tank and get that in production, as well as hopefully get enough men in the field to get Austria and Czechoslovakia. So that will be the goal of today, and then future episodes we're probably only going to work on getting the Reich strong enough to take on the Allies and or the Russians, and that's going to be a lot of preparation. But right now we're going to work on those couple of things in this episode. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you for all the support you guys have shown for these videos. It means a lot to me. But without further ado, let's get right into this. I actually accidentally deleted last night's recording while I was getting rid of the older videos, so I have to record today. I was going to schedule last night's recording to drop today, etc., but now I have to record because I accidentally deleted that one with the old stuff. So we're currently making 121 rifles per day. That's astronomical production there. I believe we're researching the MP38 right now, I think. Let me go check and see what's going on with that. We're also getting an artillery upgrade as well, it would seem, which I did put that in last episode that I accidentally deleted. We're also working on advanced torpedo launchers and fighting discipline drills. Okay, well, that's everything that you guys need to be caught up on, I guess. Let's unpause the game at this point. Can get rid of this one so we have the tanks required to get off the production assembly line in terms of the recruitment. And we're short 652 anti-tank right now because I put some anti-tank into the divisions last episode that I accidentally deleted, like I said. So you guys are going to get a little bit forward than was originally intended, but that's alright. And it looks like we got another company upgrade after that. National focus. So I'm going to get a new national focus as well. I'm going to see if we can't get Austria at this point. At least try to complete a couple of our goals for today. Reliability, that was the artillery manufacturer. Yeah, that gave us 5% reliability. And this is Mauser. What we can do for Mauser? We can do 2 breakthrough on infantry equipment, or we can also do 5% reliability. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the reliability here right now, and then maybe we'll do some breakthrough on the anti-tank section the next time. Can I get Austria at this point in time? No, I cannot. I'm hoping we're gonna be able to do that once these Panzer divisions are done recruiting. Which reminds me, I need to try and build that tank now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so let's get expanded SS recruitment after that. I think that's a good one to keep them busy with that. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for the campaign, let me know in the comments, please. That would let me know what direction you guys want to go here. I think the next target we go after is probably gonna be France, and that's kind of why I'm trying to make preparations to do that. That's why I want that medium tank. I keep reminding myself we need to do that, so give me a second and we'll do that. I hope we have the proper stuff to do that though. I think what I'll do is I'll take a couple factories off of guns because we're making 121 per day. Okay, so once I get this medium tank designed, I'm probably gonna, to be honest, I'm probably going to take some factories off of guns because we won't necessarily need them per se. Although we can get a tank destroyer and a self-propelled artillery, which would be great actually. See if we can't make make a variant of this real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna make of the artillery self-propelled and see what we got going on here. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the diesel engine. I always like to go with the diesel engine. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but it makes the reliability go up quite a bit more. Engine is 6 right now. Maximum speed is 5.1 kilometers. Not very fast at all, but we can stick the improved radio. Oh, the improved radio actually makes the defense and breakthrough. Defense is 40% and breakthrough is 25%. So definitely there. Most definitely there. And then reliability goes by if we put the tension bar in there. So I'm going to put the tension bar in there. That's going to make our reliability go up quite a bit. I'm also going to go with the welded armor, which is going to make the armor go up by. And then what else can we do here? A medium type turret or a light type turret. I'm going to go with medium turret and see what we can hook up here. 3 main turrets. I kind of like that. What does that do for us? 2 main turret. Alright, what does the 3 main turret do? Okay, it decreases the max speed by roughly 2 kilometers, so it's not that much of a debuff. Increases the breakthrough by 24, and what does everything else do? Yeah, so we definitely don't want to put that on there. Breakthrough 16%. Alright, yeah, I think what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna stick the 3-man turret here on this artillery self-propelled, and that's how we're gonna make that small cannon. Actually, before I do that, I do want to secondary turrets. I want to see what the small cannon actually does. Decreases reliability by 10%, and then it also gives us 3.0 hard attack. That's nice. If we were to put a machine gun on it, heavy machine gun, it would be 4.0 soft attack. I kind of want to go with the soft attack route. Special modules. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Piercing with the squeeze bore adapter goes up by 10%. Massive jump right there. Sloped armor makes the armor go up by 25. Smoke launcher makes the breakthrough go up by 1.0 and the defense by 2. I think I have my ideal where I'm gonna go here. Storage armor makes the reliability go up by 15%. So yeah, let's get that because I want to make something reliable for our guys here. Special modules. Okay, I'm gonna go with the squeeze bore module and more piercing here. And I believe where we at reliability here. I'm gonna increase the engine on this a little bit, maybe the armor a bit. I'm not exactly 100% sure. Let's see. Alright, we got the maximum speed to 4.0 kilometers, which is really slow, honestly, but I don't want the reliability to take a dip too much. So I think we're gonna build this self-propelled artillery just like this. If you guys have a different style of design that you might want me to change it to, let me know in the comments, but I think this is ideal for a self-propelled. It's rather cheap and it's still reliable. We have 101% reliability, 7. So definitely I feel like this is gonna be a reliable self-propelled artillery, and it only costs us, a couple experience points to actually make. It has a decent soft attack though too. Hard attack's kind of low, but soft attack is kind of OP, I gotta be honest. I think what we'll do is we'll have the medium tank designer actually work on that. That is our highest tank company, by the way, guys. Our medium tank company is the highest tank company level that we have, and I'm gonna prioritize them over the artillery. I'm also gonna decrease the amount of artillery being made because of the fact that we're going to be using the self-propelled, so I'm going to bring that down to 1 factory, and I'm probably going to allocate the rest of these to the self-propelled so that we can start to crank them out. Now we do have a tungsten shortage, but that's okay. We have enough factories to fix that. What I do want to do though is I want to edit the mobile infantry here, and And I want to kind of phase out the artillery and give them self-propelled artillery in the place of it. What did that do? That made our soft attack go up to 202.2. That made our hard attack go down to about 13.1. That made our breakthrough go up to 162. That also made our armor go up by 24.7. That also made our recovery rate go up. There's quite a bit that happened there. I want to stick the field hospital in here for a little bit higher organization if we can. And I believe I have to, you know what, we're going to save it like that. And then I'm going to research the signal company the next time we can do a technology here. And I think we are short on tungsten. I want to trade for that before I forget to actually do that. We have 67 construction factories available. We're only short by 1, so we should be totally fine. I'm gonna trade for 2 just to have 18 coming through here so that if we want to build more, we actually can. And we're almost done with our refineries, at least the first group of them, and then we'll probably just kind of fly through the rest of them, like the infrastructure and all that. Towed anti-tank, I thought, oh yeah, okay, let's edit that truck division again just a little bit because we replaced all of our. Now what's our organization look like? 47, so it's still kind of good. So I'm gonna add 1 rise battalions of anti-tank. That gave us an organization of 44, which is still good. Our hard attack is now 38.4, and as a result our soft attack is now 256.6. So these are some pretty decent divisions. The only thing I'm worried about, to be perfectly honest, is actually the combat width, okay? I am concerned about that, but if any of you guys know how to fix that, that would be awesome. Just let me know in the comments, and then the next episode we'll actually try and fix that. But right now I just want to get some self-propelled artillery in there and put the anti-tank back in to where we were. If that means I have to take some companies off or take some units off of the division, that's fine, that's what we'll do. But I'm asking for you guys' advice on how to fix the combat with. But that is pretty much the only thing that I'm concerned about. Other than that, we have very strong divisions. Our organization is still very, very good. 30 organization is considered to be good, so I mean, I'm not gonna complain. What was I going to research? Because I knew I was gonna research something. That's right, we were gonna put the research to rockets, I think. But was that like a 1940s tech? Yeah, I think it was. We could get the Naval Warfers. We could also get the Pack 40 in 90 days. I think we are gonna get the Pack 40, to be honest. That sounds like a good idea. Just kind of update our anti-tank even more. But let's get the game running at this point in time. I'm aware that we have a supply shortage. I'm completely aware of that. I'm trying to fix that so that's no longer a thing, but they are in the queue right now. So yeah, the railroads that are going to fix these supply issues are actually in the build queue right now, so all we can do is wait, to be honest. Some visibility. Oh yeah, I'll take that minus visibility, dude. That's great because it's gonna make them stealthy as crap. So that's exactly what we need to actually take the Brits on. Is we gotta make them very, very stealthy to even do anything. Oh yes, and I wanted to also make that medium tank, but I think we're just gonna have to wait until I get some more military factories in the Reich, because I do want to make sure that we're producing those self-propelled artillery at a decent rate, especially since we gotta replace 2,000 of them. So definitely need to replace a lot of these self-propelled artillery. Well, they gotta replace a lot of pieces of artillery. That's what I mean. They gotta make sure that they got so many factories on them so we can crank them out faster. SS. I guess we got some SS divisions we can allocate to so-called commanders. I'm gonna give that to that guy, I think.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Alright, we got some SS allocated to the armies, and I'm basically doing that just so I can get the manpower in the field, if that makes sense, so we can demand Austria capitulate to the Reich and possibly do Czechoslovakia as well. We still can't demand Austria. You gotta be kidding me. Even with all of this. Now I'm not sure what we should do here. Oh, that's right. I was gonna get level 2 field hospitals. That's what I was gonna get. I completely forgot about that. We're doing 3.3 self-propelled artillery per week. It's kind of crazy that we have to replace so much artillery. And we can't exactly go to war until we're out of this deficit, or it's gonna affect us because we're short so much. Alright, we got some more ports. Well, at least we should have got some more ports. Plus, awesome. That'll make surface visibility minus 5%. That's pretty good. Let's get this rolling here again. Dude, that's crazy. 2,373 self-propelled in debt. That is crazy. That's gonna take forever. And actually, if we're being completely honest, we could build that tank destroyer and then replace the anti-tank gun with that. I think that's what we're gonna do. Now let me go build a tank destroyer here, and then what we'll do is we'll knock out the anti-tank production, okay? And then let's pause the game here. I'll make a tank destroyer variant, and then instead of having anti-tank inside of the division, we'll just put a tank destroyer in the division, see how that works out. Okay, so this was the self-propelled. This is the tank destroyer. So let's go ahead and build one of these and see what we can't dig up here. Again, we're gonna go with the diesel engine because I like the diesel engine. It makes your reliability fantastic. Well, one of the ways you can make the reliability fantastic. We're gonna go with the welded armor, as we should. And then what else are we gonna do here? Heavy armaments. Okay, that's all we can do right now, so we can't do much with that, but we're gonna stick the best radio in there that we can get. Special modules, wet ammunition, because I want that reliability jack up, and then we're gonna go with secondary turrets. I want to go with a heavy machine gun for a soft attack, and then the hard attack is insane on this. Secondary turrets, we'll put a small cannon for soft and hard attack. That's gonna make the reliability go down. I don't know if I want to do that because I do want to make something reliable while at the same time having a kick to it. So I'm gonna see. We'll put the torsion bar on here. What does this thing do? Maximum speed by 20. That's crazy. So if we put the inner road wheels on there, it'll make the breakthrough go higher. But I think we're gonna go with the reliability here, so we can increase that. But that reliability is now 114. That's the medium tank destroyer, I think. So yeah, we'll have that company work on this. If I could get like a little more speed out of this, yep, our engine's at the max that we can push it. It's about 6 kilometers per hour and 98% reliability. So I think I'm gonna decrease the engine a little bit just to get that back into the hundreds, and then we'll say, yeah, you want to save that build, and then awesome. Now, we don't necessarily need a whole bunch of factors on this because we didn't have a whole bunch of anti-tank in these divisions. However, let's go ahead, which we should get some tanks pretty quick here. All they're doing is training, but they don't have much of that left, all things considered. But I do want to edit the motorized division and switch this out for a tank destroyer if I can. There we go. What does that do for us, actually? Brings our organization down. Okay, that brings our organization down to 44 in this particular area. And then we also have a recovery rate of 0.26. We have a defense of well over 200, almost 300. Holy crap, that's insane. A soft attack of 270. Fuel usage, fuel capacity. Wow, that's insane. Fuel usage is insane as well. But reliability for this division with the motorized infantry, the self-propelled, and everything else is just absolutely insane. I think this is a decent division, but the thing I'm concerned about is primarily one thing. Fuel usage, actually two things. Fuel usage and combat width. If we can fix the combat width, this would be a decent division. I feel like it should be higher than that. Maybe I'll do a little bit of research on that end, but if you guys have any suggestions in regards to what we're doing to these divisions, any help would be much appreciated. I'm just trying to actually design something that will punch through an armored line really freaking easy. Yeah, I know what you mean. You need hard attack and piercing to do that, but these self-propelled artillery and the tank destroyer being in there, I think they should be able to do that rather decently. I mean, these are decent self-propelled tank destroyer builds, honestly. We're short 800 tank destroyers, so maybe we do want to, get more people, more factories on this, but at the same time, I want to be careful with the resources and everything else as well. Actually, we should get the 1930 rubber technology here. We're kind of behind on. I think these builds are going to be pretty decent, but again, I'm just going off of what I know. I don't know how to get the combat width where it should be. Maybe I want to do some research on that, but it would be helpful if you guys would help me on the comments as well. One more refinery, at least on this part of the build queue, and then it's gonna be the infrastructure, which is gonna help quite a bit as well. We're not even producing anti-tank right now. I feel like I wasted my time researching the Pack 40 when we're not really using it anymore. It's all motorized equipment, so it's kind of pointless, it feels like. We'll put these in the truck division as well, because we do have armored stuff inside the infantry divisions at this point. We also have to get one of these upgrades here, and that's the tank builder, anti-tank artillery builder, so to speak. So let's see what we can do here. Production efficiency gain 5%. I think I'll like that. That is, can we finally, well, probably once we get the tanks coming off the queue here, then we'll be able to get Austria for the Reich at that point. It's kind of crazy that you only have one factory on tank destroyers, but at the same time, I don't want to trade for more resources. I really don't. I mean, I could, but I really don't want to do that. Well, I mean, we could. Let's see if we can do that here. I'll take some factories off of guns. We got plenty of guns. To be perfectly honest, we really do. We got hundreds of them. I at least probably want to leave it at 100 per day, just so that, we're not decreasing the production too much, because we are going to switch to the MP38 pretty soon here, and that's going to make our efficiency go down. So I probably don't want any less than 10 factories on weapons and infantry equipment. But now we are doing better for the tank destroyers going in there, so we should be producing more of those. And we got the land forts, which, like I said, I think I'm gonna actually stick the land force on the Maginot Line where we're sitting. Actually, I do want to start to research the mechanized. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll have our automotive company research that. Mauser's working on the MP38, and I can't wait to get some mechanized in here, but we definitely need to build more military factories. I need to decrease the queue a little bit more before we do that, because we need to make more stuff, but we need more resources to do that. And now we got thousands of trucks out there, which is really going to be really annoying, because I can almost guarantee you we're going to have 5,000 mechanized infantry units in debt. Okay, and I am not looking forward to that at all. I mean, replacing all the artillery with self-propelled artillery, yeah, it's gonna be worth it, but we're still short 2,000 of them. It's not like this is not even funny, and we're still short tank destroyers by 796 of them. I almost feel like we should stop making artillery itself. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but don't know if we're using it at all, to be perfectly honest. Okay, awesome. Let's get this. I'm gonna use my research speed. We're gonna have the U-boat guy actually research this for us, and it's gonna be a while, but I think that honing torpedo is gonna be worth it in the long run. So, okay, what do we want to do here? Sub-visibility minus 3% and max range. Can we actually do that? No, we can't. Production cost went up by 2% on the subs. And the other thing we have to worry about, guys, is to actually get decent sized Air Force going too. I am concerned about that, but I want to make sure that these divisions are taken care of first. I want to get Austria so bad, but I'm waiting on divisions to come out before we can actually do that. Here, let's do this. I want to make it so that we kind of phase the artillery out, and we can use that factory for something else. These guys don't have support artillery, so what we can do is we'll go into this division and get rid of the support artillery and put a field hospital in the place of it, which made their organization go, holy crap, 65 organization on this crap. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Now I understand why people use these things for MPs and stuff, because it's just, I mean, these guys can fight, yes, but for what it is right now, this division ain't bad, and I don't want to stick nothing in here, because we're gonna have to cut through deficits again, which I really don't want to do. So I think these guys, yeah, they're gonna be kind of the military police here. And then I do want to edit the armor battalions. I want to get rid of the support artillery just for the time being, because I just feel like kind of phasing that out, because all of our artillery is kind of self-propelled anyway. So if we want to, if anything, I'm probably going to maybe put the self-propelled in the Panzer Division. Probably more tank destroyers than anything. But we definitely want a supply company in here, because the tanks usually take more supplies to sit on borders and that kind of thing. So I'm definitely going to want to make sure that these guys definitely have a supply company in here. Okay, we're doing 4.69 self-propelled artillery per week, so they're cranking up, but it's just gonna take forever, and we can phase the artillery completely out and put that on something else. I feel like we can, since we're 2,000 in debt, I want to put that on self-propelled artillery. Now we're short on chromium. Well, we don't need a whole lot, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just trade one factory to get the chromium that we actually need, and then immense when ready. Let's get the weapons of 1940. Oh dear. I know we need an Air Force, but at the same time, I'm kind of delaying that right now. I don't want to, but oh crap. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Alright. Okay, is that our tanks? Yes, that is our tanks. Awesome. Alright, 9 divisions. That guy has all of his divisions divisions at this point. I'm gonna take this guy because we probably don't need him in this quote-unquote garrison mode anymore. I'm gonna take him, and actually I'm gonna take this guy and add him to that field marshal as well, and now we have 2 armies ready to go for a single field marshal, which we need to give this guy field marshal. So that's what we're going to do. These guys now have a field marshal. I want to make sure that we have the proper stuff to get enough punching power in there to actually break that Maginot Line, because I know if we do that, the Allies are screwed. But if we can't break through the Maginot Line, then the Allies can't be screwed. Because I think by now they should have enough. Yeah, we do. So I might just let that pass through, and we'll get what we need to get done for the episode. But that way we don't just have to go after Czechoslovakia at that point. So I think I'm just gonna let this pass through and get Austria. And I don't know if I'm gonna allocate some more factories. Oh yes, I also need to trade for chromium so that we're not short of that. I'll get that from Turkey, I think. Just 9, we don't need a whole crap of it. But now we should be producing the self-propelled artillery at its maximum capability at the point. So I think I'm going to stick one more factory on self-propelled, because we really need to crank these out, because we're still 2,000 in debt. So that's really unfortunate. This is the aircraft builder. Okay, so yeah, we'll get a 5% range on that. This is crazy, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. We need a faster construction speed. There we go. That's better. Okay, now we got rubber refinery done. Oh boy, construction speed. Definitely need that. We desperately need that. And I'm gonna cancel recruitment for the time being. Alright, let's let it go here. I at least want to get Austria by the end of the episode, so that's why I'm playing a little bit longer than I intended. At least get one of our goals here. Okay, now we have some SS divisions that we need to allocate, and I think I'm gonna give those to this guy here, at least some of them. He kind of already has SS with him, so I'll give you a few more tank divisions too. This guy is really gonna be somewhat of a mixed bag, the one commander is, which is probably a good thing, to be perfectly honest with you guys. We're gonna have Mauser work on that. We're about to get mechanized infantry, submarines, capital hunters. Okay, let's go with Wolfpack tactics here for the submarines. And then screens, we don't have enough XP for right now. Special forces, that's insane. There we go. This is kind of good. So we definitely need to get some special forces guys. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe at some point research the stuff for the special forces so that we can at least have an army or 2 of that. And I think that happened because we researched the SS, to be perfectly honest. Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, we wanted to get some better battalions, well, better support companies. I need to actually, to be honest, I need to get the support, the radio company, the signal company, and then we'll put the signal company inside the motorized divisions as well. And I think that's the last company we can actually put in there. It's insane though. I don't know if we'll ever get out of these deficits. Holy crap. 2,000 still on self-propelled artillery? It's just insane. Okay, we got Austria at this point in time. Welcome to the Reich, Austria. But what I will say is that we probably want to allocate most of these to self-propelled because we're so far in debt with these. But we gotta be careful that we don't go in debt anymore with the resources and stuff. So I'm gonna be watching them close. I just want to get these things cranking because Yeah, we're several hundred in tank destroyer, but ooh, it's gonna be cutting it close for sure. Okay, now we're short, so I can't exactly do that, but we almost have 15 factories almost cranking these things out, which is crazy. I'm also gonna go more support equipment, and also I should worry about planes too, but what I'll do is I'll put more factories on planes as soon as we get out of this deficit with the self-propelled artillery. But right now, we have massive amounts of self-propelled artillery that need to be cranked out. But with that being said, see you guys next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. God bless you all. I'm actually just going to all of this.